The weirdest things about America. Hey everyone! Welcome back to Rex's Fact Flicks. Thank you so much for being here. We've got a great show for you tonight. I mean today. Laughs. So, I was thinking the other day, we do some pretty weird stuff here in America, right? Like, things we think are totally normal. But if someone from another country sees it, they're like, what is happening right now? Are you okay? And it's hilarious. I mean, have you ever really thought about it? From our food to our clothes to the way we just exist in a park? It's a little nuts. We're going to dive into some of the funniest, most bizarre, most head-scratching things that make America, well, America. We've got everything from our obsession with holes in our breakfast food to why our socks are so blindingly white. It's a journey, people. A journey into the heart of American eccentricity. I talked to people from all over the world, Germany, China, Russia, you name it, and they gave me the inside scoop on what makes them look at us and just go, huh? So grab your supersized soda, and we'll get to that, don't you worry. And get ready to maybe see yourself in a whole new, slightly weird but totally lovable light. This is going to be fun, it's going to be wild. And you might just learn something about why we do the wacky things we do. Stick around, it's gonna be good, I promise. Let's get into it. Alright, first up, let's talk about something near and dear to my heart. Donuts. I mean, who doesn't love a good donut, right? They're delicious, they're sugary, they're perfect. But have you ever stopped to think about the hole? I was talking to a friend from France, and she was so confused. She was like, Jimmy, I don't get it. You take a perfectly good pastry, and then you remove the center. Why would you do that? And I was like, because it's a donut? It never even occurred to me how strange that must seem. It's like we baked a cake and just decided the best part was missing. And then you have the donut holes. We take the part we removed and we sell it separately. We literally sell the holes. That's crazy. That's like selling just the crust of a pizza or just the stick from a popsicle. It's a business model built on a void. And we love it. We line up for it. I'll have a dozen glazed and a box of the holes you took out of them, please. It's peak American innovation, isn't it? We saw a problem, this pastry is too complete, and we solved it by adding nothing. Genius. Okay, next thing. This one is nutty. Laughs. Get it? Nutty? Squirrels. So, if you go to any park in America, especially in a big city like New York, you'll see it. People just chilling on a bench and a squirrel comes up. And what do? We talk to it. Hey there, little guy. You want a piece of my pretzel? Look at you with your fluffy tail. We treat them like tiny furry celebrities. We give them names. We have full-on conversations with them. It's a whole thing. We're basically a nation of Snow Whites but with less singing and more hot dog buns. But here's the thing. In a lot of other countries, squirrels are just rodents. They're like rats with better PR. My friend from the UK saw someone feeding a squirrel a cashew and looked at me like the guy was trying to teach a pigeon how to file taxes. It's just bizarre to them. They're like, that's a wild animal, right? It's not your tiny furry roommate. But we can't help it. They're so cute. And they do that little thing with their hands. How can you not give them a peanut? It's just who we are. We're a nation of squirrel whisperers. Let's talk about food. Specifically the sheer size of it. American portion sizes are, and I say this with love, completely insane. You go to a restaurant, you order an entree, and they bring you something that could feed a small village for a week. I'm talking about plates the size of manhole covers. I took some friends from China to the Cheesecake Factory once. Big mistake. Huge. They're used to family-style dining where everyone shares smaller dishes. So when the waiter brought out their individual plates of pasta, their eyes just went wide. It was a look of pure shock and terror. I think one of them whispered, "Is this for the whole table?" And I had to say, "No man, that's all for you." You could see the panic set in. It's like we think every meal is our last. We have this go big or go home mentality. And it applies directly to our chicken parmesan. We need leftovers. If you don't leave a restaurant with a to-go box heavy enough to use as a dumbbell, did you even really eat? It's a cultural phenomenon. In other countries, they eat to live. In America, we eat to have enough food for the next 3 days. Alright, let's switch gears from food to fashion. Or maybe the lack thereof. I'm talking about a true American trademark. You can spot it from a mile away. It's a beacon in the night. The bright, shining, brilliant white socks, especially with sandals. Oh yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Europeans are just baffled by this. They spend all this time curating these chic, effortless outfits with muted colors and tailored fits. And then we show up. We roll up to the Louvre in cargo shorts, a fanny pack, brand new white sneakers, and socks so white they could be used to land an airplane. It's like a uniform for the American tourist. And we're proud of it. There's a comfort to it. You know, your feet are cozy, they're cushioned. Who cares if it looks like you're wearing 2 tiny marshmallows on your ankles? It's practical. But to a lot of Europeans, it's a fashion crime of the highest order. They see white socks and they just know. Yep, that one's from the States. It's our unofficial flag. Forget the stars and stripes. Just look for the bright white tube socks. That's how you find us. This one goes hand in hand with our giant food portions. Our drinks. They are supersized to the max. If you go to a convenience store in America, you're faced with a wall of beverage choices. And the sizes. You can get a soda that's bigger than your head. We have cups called the Big Gulp or the Thirst Buster. It's not just a drink, it's a commitment. You need 2 hands to hold it. You could probably bathe a small dog in one of those things. It's a personal beverage container that holds enough liquid to sustain you through a cross-country road trip. And it's not just soda, it's everything. Milk, for example. My friends from Europe find it so weird that we buy milk by the gallon. A gallon! That's almost 4 liters. They buy a small carton that lasts them a couple of days. We buy a container so big it has its own handle, like a piece of luggage. We're stocking up as if a milk apocalypse is coming. Same with juice, water, even wine in a box. It's all about bulk. Why buy what you need for today when you can buy enough to last you until the next presidential election? It's the American way. Okay, this is something that a lot of people outside the US just don't get. Little League. Youth sports. But not just the kids playing. Oh no, it's the parents. Specifically, the parent coaches. You go to a 7-year-old soccer game on a Saturday morning, and it is intense. You've got dads on the sidelines decked out in team gear, screaming plays like they're coaching the Super Bowl. Jaden, spread the field, watch the backside, hustle, hustle. Jaden is just trying not to trip over his own feet, man. He's more interested in the dandelion he just found. I was talking to a guy from Russia and he was like, we do not have this, at all. For them, sports are for serious athletes in serious programs. The idea of a bunch of kids just kind of running around while their parents get more emotionally invested than the kids themselves is completely foreign. It's this whole subculture. The orange slices at halftime, the carpools, the trophies for participation. It's a beautiful, slightly crazy and uniquely American spectacle. We're raising the next generation of athletes, one juice box and one overly intense pep talk at a time. Americans are always on the go, go, go. We're busy people. And that means we need to eat fast. Really fast. Our obsession with fast food is legendary. It's not just a convenience, it's a way of life. We have perfected the art of eating an entire meal without ever leaving our car. The drive-thru is one of our greatest inventions, right up there with the internet and space travel. You can order, pay, and receive a full 3-course meal through a tiny window. It's magnificent. We're like astronauts in our little car-shaped capsules, receiving our food rations. And it's everywhere. You can't drive for more than 5 minutes without passing a McDonald's, a Taco Bell, an In-N-Out burger. And then there are the food trucks, which are amazing by the way. But the whole concept is built on speed. Get your food, eat it while walking down the street, and get on with your day. People from other cultures, where meals are a slow, social event meant to be savored, look at us like we're in a race. And we are. It's a race against hunger, and we are winning, one burger at a time. Have you ever noticed this? Look at any group photo of Americans. Any school picture, any family vacation photo, any picture at all. What do you see? Teeth. Lots and lots of teeth. We have perfected the American smile. It's that big, wide, enthusiastic grin that appears the second a camera is pointed in our direction. It's not just a little smirk, it's a full-on, I am so happy to be in this picture right now, kind of smile. It's like we all went to a special smiling boot camp as kids. Okay class, today we're learning the say cheese grin. Open wide, show those pearly whites. I find it so endearing, but for people from other cultures, it can be a little much. In many parts of the world, a big toothy grin is reserved for genuine uncontrollable laughter, not for a photo with your Aunt Carol at the Grand Canyon. They see our photos and think we're either unbelievably happy all the time or slightly unhinged. It's just a cultural difference. We're taught to put our best, happiest face forward for the camera. We're not faking it, we're just camera ready. At all times, say cheese. America is a big country. a really big country. And to get around this really big country, we have built some really big highways. I was talking to a friend from Germany, and you'd think he'd be used to big roads, right? They have the Autobahn, no speed limit. It's legendary. But he came to Houston, saw the I-10 KT freeway, and his mind was blown. He said, "Jimmy, there are 26 lanes. 26 lanes. It's not a highway, it's a parking lot that occasionally moves. It's wider than some rivers. And the way we drive on them is another thing. On the Autobahn, there are rules. Fast lane is for passing. Slow lane is for slower traffic. It's orderly. In America, it's a free-for-all. You've got someone going 55 in the far left lane, and someone weaving through traffic like they're in a video game in the far right lane. Everyone's kind of driving at the same speed, just in different lanes for fun. For a foreigner, trying to learn the unwritten rules of the American highway is a terrifying experience. It's like a massive high-speed ballet, and nobody knows the choreography. Let's cool things down a bit, way down. I'm talking about our relationship with ice. We are obsessed with ice. You order any drink in America, soda, water, iced tea, and what do you get? You get a cup that is 90% ice and 10% actual liquid. You take 3 sips and it's gone. All you're left with is a glass of frozen water that you have to wait to melt. We want our drinks so cold they could cause frostbite. We need to feel that Arctic chill on the back of our throats. It's just not refreshing unless it's borderline painful. This is especially wild to people from countries like China. My friend from Beijing explained that in traditional Chinese medicine, they believe in drinking warm or lukewarm water for health. The idea of putting a bunch of frozen cubes in your drink is just... why would you do that to your body? It's a shock to the system. They see us crunching on the leftover ice in our cups and look at us like we're chewing on rocks. For us, ice means refreshment. For them, it means confusion. It's a total temperature clash. Okay, last one. This goes back to our go big or go home theme, grocery shopping. In many parts of the world, like in Asia or Europe, people go to the market every day or every other day. They buy fresh produce, fresh meat, whatever they need for the next couple of meals. It's a daily ritual. It's fresh. It makes sense. In America, we go on a mission, we go on a grocery crusade once a week, maybe even once every 2 weeks. We need a shopping cart the size of a small car. We stock up. We are preparing for a long dark winter, even if it's the middle of July. My friend from Korea could not believe this. She said, "You buy meat and vegetables and you trust it to be good in 10 days? How?" And I was like, refrigerators, preservatives, it's a different mindset. We value convenience and efficiency over daily freshness. The idea of having to go to the store every single day sounds exhausting to us. We'd rather spend 2 hours on a Saturday loading up on enough food to survive a zombie apocalypse. Our pantries and freezers are not just for storage, they are strategic food reserves. And that's our show, everybody. Isn't it funny when you take a step back and look at the things you do every day through someone else's eyes? The giant sodas, the squirrel friends, the socks with sandals. It's all part of the beautiful, bizarre tapestry that is America. It's what makes us, us. And honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. I mean, a world without donut holes? A world where you can't have a full conversation with a squirrel in the park? That sounds like a very sad world to me. These little quirks are what connect us. They're the inside jokes we all share, even if we don't realize it. So the next time you put on your bright white socks or order a drink that's 90% ice, own it. Be proud. You are participating in a rich cultural tradition of being just a little bit weird. And that's awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today on Rex's Fact Flicks. I had a blast. I hope you did too. We're all just trying to figure it out, one giant plate of pasta at a time. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. And leave a comment below. What's the weirdest American thing you can think of? Or if you're from another country, what's the one thing that just makes you shake your head? I read all the comments. I love them. Stay safe out there, be good to each other, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.